it's Charstar, and today I'm going to show you how to make this bracelet, which I like to call the Lumigrumi single bracelet because you make a single and then you put Lumigrumi on it. So this is the exact same bracelet as I will make in this tutorial because what I like to do is film the tutorial and then film the intro. But for the band count for this bracelet is it really varies on how many bands it takes to make a single that goes all the way around your wrist. So for me, that is 23. So you are going to need 23 black and white, which I use for the single in here. Then you're going to need to multiply the amount of bands for the center color by 2 to find the other colors. So that for me is 46. So I need 46 blue and green tie-dye, pink and purple tie-dye, and gold. So that is the band count. And I'm sorry about any background noise in this video. I am filming in a hotel room in Florida because I'm on vacation, and I have no control over the sound outside. So let's get right to the video. Okay, so the first step for this bracelet is to make a single that fits all the way around your wrist. So I've already made it, but I'm going to show you how to make that. So I'm just going to show you with the color that I'm actually using. So I'm going to take a single band and wrap it around my hook so that there are 3 loops just like that. And then to take a single band and we're going to pull all of these onto that band. And then take another band and slide that through all of those and reclaim the end. Take another band, slide it through all of those, and reclaim the end. And so you're just going to continue to slide and reclaim the end all the way down until this little chain goes all the way around your wrist. So I have already pre-made it. So here it is. Okay, so the next part, for this part, you will be needing your first color. So for my first color, I'm using this green and blue tie-dye. So what we're going to do is, on the single, I have my S-clip, which I just attached to the end to hold it. And then I'm going to stick my hook in the same way, just like the same way this S-clip is holding it, so that if I took off this S-clip, it would not fall apart. So that I'm going to take this S-clip off. And what I'm going to do is take a single band and pull it through this and reclaim the end. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of twist this so that it's on the edge, and then I'm going to make it a slip knot. But you want to have it be tied on the side, like that. So then we're going to go into the next stitch, take a single band, slide it through, and slip knot that band. And then now we have these 2 stitches here. So I'm going to slide this band through this band, just like that. So we're basically doing a straight Lumigrumi stitch all the way down the bracelet, so the single. So let me show you again. We stick it through, take a single band, do a single on that single band, slip knot here, and then pull it through. I'll show you one more time, and then I'm going to do the rest of it off camera. So I'm going to slide it through the next loop, slide, do a slip knot, and pull the other end through. So I recommend you know how to do the Lumigrumi stitch for this bracelet because this is going to be much quicker and easier. So I'll be right back when I finish that part. Okay, so I'm almost at the end of my single. I just have the one more stitch and then my cap right here. So you are going to do the same thing you've been doing the entire time on the last stitch. And then you are going to go through that cap and do the same slip knot stitch we've been doing, but just stick your hook through the cap. So that is the first row of the bracelet. Okay, so you're now on to the next row. Before we do that, you're going to take a clip. I'm using S-clips because that's what I have available. I'm going to S-clip this the blue loop, the blue/green loop on your hook, / my hook. And that is the end of the row, and I'm just going to take my hook out and then start my next row. So for my next row, if you go to the bottom, you can see that I have got a bunch of these stitches. So we're going to go to the very end stitch. You're going to stick your hook through it. Take your next color, which for me is a pink and purple tie-dye. Slide it through, reclaim the end, and slip knot it. So now, we're basically going to do the same thing as we did for the green and blue, but the loops we are sticking our hook through are the green and blue. So I'm going to show you a couple times. So I stuck it through like that. It's just like that. Stick it through, slide, reclaim, slip knot, slide all the way through. So you are going to repeat the Lumigrumi stitch all the way down for the rest of the way. Okay, so I've gone all the way down, except I have one more stitch here, and then I have got this little band with the S-clip on it. So you are going to stick your hook through the last stitch, do the Lumigrumi stitch, and then instead of going through this, we are going to take another S-clip and just stick it through the band now on our hook. So then we have two of these. We've got 2 rows completed. So now we're going to go on to our third and final, for me at least, row. So for my last row on this side of the bracelet, I'm going to be using gold. So what you're going to do is this time, instead of sticking our hook through this, through this stitch, we're actually going to stick it through the slip knotted part. So the part that went over the other side. This is kind of hard to explain, but just watch. So I'm going to stick my hook through the very first part of the slip knot, because this was the slip knot part, and then this is the stitch that came up. So I'm going to stick it through that, take a single band, slide it through, reclaim the end, and slip knot it. Then you're going to stick it back in and do a Lumigrumi stitch. So now we're going to continue all the way down doing the exact same stitch as we've been doing this entire time. Just we're sticking our hook through the purple and pink and pulling through the gold. So back when I finish that. Okay, so you end it the exact same way we usually do, by going through this, the final stitch, and then putting an S-clip on the very last little band on your hook. So we are now going to go to the other side. And before we start the other side, I'm just gonna tell you a few things, because this is part of the part about your choice. So when you Lumigrumi, you can see that there are these 2 different sides. There's these sides with this like puffy part, and then the like not, I think it's not as pretty side with like the slip knotty part. So what I'm gonna do, so that I don't get the not as pretty side and the pretty side together on the same side, I'm going to do this but it's going to be kind of tricky because to make this comfortable, I would end up having this side on this side. But instead, I'm going to have to do it a little uncomfortably so that this side has these two sides are the same and these two sides are the same. So, yeah. Okay, so for the first part, I'm sticking my hook through this way. And the way to make one side and the other side different is the hook goes in from the side, the ugly side, and it comes out from the pretty side. So I'm going to take a single band. This is the wrong color. Oops. Okay. I'm going to take a single band, do a regular stitch, and then go back into the next and continue. But this is a tad uncomfortable just because I'm like bending it in all these really weird directions. And so it's kind of annoying. But my hook is facing this way. So then we bring it forward and we stick it through from the ugly side to the pretty side. You have to go from the ugly side to the pretty side the entire way and just stitch up, or else it's gonna be, you're gonna have a couple stitches like facing the ugly side and pretty side. It's just gonna be really a mess. So you're going to continue to do this all the way down. Okay, so then at my end, I'm going to go through the cap band, do a stitch, and then I'm going to put an S-clip right on that band. Come on, S-clip. Okay, here we go. That S-clip was not cooperating, but I'm going to put S-clip right on the band on my hook. So basically, we are now just going to repeat this side onto this side. So, yeah. So now I have the right color. But I'm going to now go through the band, the blue/green for me, band the very first stitch, and take a pink/purple and slide it through like that, and that's what you get, what happens when you mess it up. So now I'm going to go like that, and then I'm going to have to go back through again, going in the same direction from the ugly side to the pretty side when I stick my hook in. And then I just continue all the way down just like I did for the green/blue. Okay, so I ended it just like I usually do with doing this stitch, and then I put my S-clip through the little band on my hook. So now we're going to go back to the end and do our final stitch, which for me, our final row, not stitch, which for me is in gold. So what I'm going to do is stick my hook through this very first part of my, wrong side, of the slip knot part, remember from this side, this part, and then I'm going to slip knot it just like that. Then I'm going to go through the next stitch, aka the actual stitch part, and do a stitch. So I'm going to continue down. And this is the very, 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 very final row of this bracelet, which I'm really happy about. So yeah, just continue doing these stitches all the way down. Okay, so I just ended this row by doing the final stitch and then putting an S-clip on the end, loop. Okay, there we go. So now, you should have this bracelet, and it does kind of have a curve to it that goes in the middle. And then it just kind of just curved this way a little bit. I think that's just going to kind of happen. So I recommend that so that's just kind of going to happen. And there's nothing you can really do to stop it. I think just because it's Lumigrumi, and Lumigrumi is supposed to be in a circle usually. So yeah, this is the finished product. And then you can just attach all of these slip knots to the other side of the bracelet. So you put the gold on the gold slip knotted part, and then you just do that for the rest of them. So then the pink goes on the purple, the pink and purple one, and then the blue and green goes on the blue and green, just like that, and you repeat on the other side. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Charstar, and bye!